Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Icewind Dale. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I took care of... I think these are different, right? Yes. I took care of looking into what costs money and what doesn't. I think also that particular arrow that we passed by, I think that is something. Let's see what we have over here. So this is a smaller version of the Longhorn. Wait, it's not an arrow? The shorthorn can achieve high and piercing tones of remarkable clarity. Though the range of this instrument is limited, it is sure to be heard in any ensemble due to its bird-like voice. Now, we don't know what that is in regards to, oh, I identified it just then, because our lord is good enough. So the merry shorthorn was once used by the half-elven bard Profia Copperfire, of course. And blast once per day, that's a charge ability. It, allies receive a +1 to hit, +1 to... That's... Wait, allies? Unfortunately, nobody can use it. Because none of us is a bard. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, all this stuff only costs 1 gold, and we don't need 1 gold. We're good without it. We do have stairs down, so we do need to go down there. It's goblins. They're very upset. I mean, I figure, but still, they're very upset. Let me see if I can get that one out of commission. Yes, I can. And, oof, that might not be a good idea to get you over there. Let's just send you right here and try to protect... Nope, that guy's dead already. Try to protect our back line over here, because look at them. If you hover over these guys... maybe? What? We just saw... We can see, we can see what the enemies are trying to attack if you hover over them. But what exactly did I have to do? Is it only when they're moving? It just happened. I know it's a feature, right? I think it is a feature. Anyway, shields are good. I think everything else is not. But we have not a secret passage, a door. We have throwing axes, which is a nice thing to have, I believe, because those can be good. I don't believe I will use them because none of us is specialized in that. We also have some, what is this thing? Sunstone Gem. These are special gems. I think there's a whole mission about them in Baldur's Gate 2. It might be unrelated. It might not be that one particular sunstone. Also that. I see that. What is this? We got many things. Is that a passage? No, it's got a kid in it. What's going on? Excuse me? Germsy. Right. Shh, be quiet or the goblins will hear us. What are you doing in the closet? I'm hiding from the goblins. They got my dad and sister. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it can't be that comforting for me to say it, but it'll be okay. Let me take you to the village. I'll find help for you there. Don't worry about me. I'll go to the temple of Kuldahar. I know the way. Now that the goblins are dead, it'll be easy to get there. Bye. And we level up. Everybody else levels up. This is very important, because that means we are all at level 2. And we can rest easy. And also don't forget to save, because, of course, the leveling up situation of the life. I do hope that we roll low life. Let's see. So I can, hit points gained. That's 5. Let's compare. Not just an easy one. Can I reload? Yes, I can. You can just press L to reload. Okay, let's level up. Additional hit points. What? What? Oh, it might be determined. I'm okay with 5 because I think my hit die is 8 as a sorcerer. So 5 is above average. Well, it's actually right on average because the average is 4.5 because you can't roll a 0. So you round up in these situations. Or actually, you don't. I think you round down. Either way, no, look at that. It's got 6. I was just trying to see what my range was. Because I don't know what my range was. Oh, we're going with the 6 then. Sure, whatever. Kind of wanted the 1, but that's our level up. A little bit of health, another spell slot. In this case, we don't get it back, unfortunately. I think we should. I think we should, because we only got 3 slots in this day, so Anyway, well, we saved the kid. Oh, that was not enough. I forgot to level up everybody else. We're gonna worry about it in a little bit. Let's get this out there. Let's try to kill you. This might be a bad idea. Speaking of which, it does, doesn't it? Please don't die, because I don't want to have to reload. Okay. There we go. Everything is fine. Yeah, we should get the spell slot, because if, like, her health right now is 1, but she's gonna basically heal. So, the spells should work the same. She's gonna heal, not fully heal. This is not the sort of game that fully heals your characters when you level up. But it will give you the new health. Okay, everything is good over here. This keeps going. It's got, like, something. I don't think it does keep going, though. It's just it. It's just some grain things or something. Okay, let's look into her level. Level up. See? Hey, hit die 11. Or hit points gained 11. We got an extra taco, and we have a lore increase of 1, which doesn't really matter because that's it. And look at her. You see? Why doesn't the spell work like that? It should. It absolutely should. And then we have another level up over here for our spellcaster. That is additional hit points gained of 3. That is not good. No. I will, unfortunately, have to do a little bit of assignment there. Let's see if it is the same. Oh. It's more. I thought it was hit die, but maybe it's hit die plus Constitution. Of course. Of course. Of course, it's not just... I forget about that, because all of my characters never have very much constitution in D&D. Yeah, that's why. But she rolled very little on the hit die, and I am very afraid of that, honestly. Is she rolling exclusively her constitution bonus? Because that means if she has negative constitution bonus, she'll actually lose health as she levels up. I don't think it works like that, but I want to see. I don't want to have so little health. It is dangerous. And there it is. 4 is okay. So, we also got 25 skill points. We're going to go with open locks because I want that. And that was that. No, information. Click on information. There it is twice, I think. Yes. And that's it. So she leveled up exclusively on her thief. There it is. Her illusionist is waiting a little bit. Yeah, that's how these work. The multi-class here, it's basically... evenly distributed, which means you never get to maximum level of either of them. And also the level up is a little bit off kilter. Wait a minute. How did you level up on... That's very curious. Look at that. That means that the thief level up was on like, I don't know, 1250 maybe experience. But the illusionist is double. Is that normal? My next level is at 5,000, but for you is 4,000. Are thieves the easiest to level? I don't know, but that is interesting. Either way, I saw... Did I see a passage here? Let's look at the map. The map doesn't tell me... I mean, there's passages back there, but it's not a thing. Thought I saw like a passage up here, but I believe, yeah, the mouse doesn't update. If you're watching at least in high frame rate, you can see that sometimes the ladder or the staircase appears over here when I do this. Can we all leave? You're like being stuck over there? Is that it? Don't worry. There we go. We weren't stuck. The game doesn't do that. And also we have a console. This game has a console. You can put commands and teleport where you want and do other stuff. It is a good way to... Oh, hi. It is a good way... Why is Artagar leveling up? Who's Artagar, for one? That's you. Either way. Leave me alone! Alone, rar! The pain! Oh, speaking of which, the kid didn't have headaches. Isn't that curious? Anyway, we're going this way. No, we're going this way. And you can do it. Oh. It is like Baldur's Gate 2, where, you know, it's not one right after the other. So what do we have? Kuldahar, right there. Kuldahar Pass in East Haven. So we should go to Kuldahar, but I'm pretty sure the cave is going to have treasures for us. So we're going to go to the cave. Right here. To the land of the beetles. And besides, we're higher level, so it's not really a danger. And into the cave. There's immediately arrows +1. I'm very much a fan. Also, I don't think you want the arrows, but you do want to identify them. Arrows +1. Lovely. And what's that? That is a Jasper gem, of course. Put that over there. We could put the ring as well in the gem bag, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to use the normal ones because the pluses are special. So these are beetles. Normal beetles, nothing special, nothing dangerous as far as I can tell. We have... No, let's attack. Everybody attacks there except for you and except for me. Those are going to take a little while to die. And our thief is at the back. That is relatively okay. That one really doesn't want to attack. Are they ranged combatants? Because they might be throwing things at us for some reason. Spit and whatnot. You know how beetles are.
Can't fight.
No?
Longer.
Oh, right. Because you're injured. I can handle that. Don't worry about it. Vita Mortis.
Mortis.
Cariol, that's the one. It's curry, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they attack. But we're gonna be fine. Beetle takes missile damage. Piercing damage from Beetle, okay. Yeah, so it's not missile damage. It's piercing damage. Apparently missile damage is a type of damage in these old versions. So this is what we left behind. Looks like there's a thing up there, but there isn't. Okay, pretty good. That might explain why there were dead beetles outside. So let's get out of here. Now we can leave through the actual exit, or at least I think the actual exit, and we can go to Kuldahar.
Fighting their way through the goblin-infested valley of the pass, the survivors of the doomed East Haven expedition at last came upon the small hamlet of Kuldahar. Nestled within the roots of a massive oak tree, the tiny cottages were a welcome sight for the weary travelers. As the party approached the town, a warm breeze blew over them, chasing away the chill of the frozen pass, and carrying with it the sweet scent of cooking fires.
I thought it was going to be the sweet scent of cookies, but no, it wasn't. Also, I noticed, this is a good, well, sound engineered game. Observe.
Fighting.
That's good. It's a sign of good things there when games let you do that, because, you know, it is good. And we have Nate. What's up, Nate? What's up? What's going on?
I knew you'd make it through. I just knew it.
Are you the kid? No, you're not the kid. Germsy was the kid. Who are you? And how did you know we were coming?
I'm Nate. Arundel said that help was on its way. I've been out here every day, looking or keeping a lookout for you. Where is the rest of your army? Are you just the scouts or something?
Who is Arundel?
Arundel's my friend. He's the oldest and smartest man in the whole world. He can talk to animals, you know. You should probably go see him. He'll be wanting to talk to you, too.
Very well. Where can we find this Arundel?
He lives across this bridge, on the other side of the brook. Just look for the house with a big tree...
with the three big rocks out front. Thanks, Nate. Farewell. And also, I didn't answer your question. I am truly evil for not answering questions from meddlesome kids. It's not... I don't know if he's a kid or meddlesome, for that matter. But, Nate, it is. Excuse me, Girth. That is with an E rather than an I. Hello. Where so the wind blows, travelers seek shelter, and supplies mayhap. Good day and cheer to you, sir. My name is Girth. I tell by the cut of your cloth that you, and your bearing, that you are a visitor, fresh to Kuldahar. Is there something you wish to purchase? Yes. What is this place? This is my shop, friend. I supply caravans in the shade of this great oak. This shop was my father's, and my father's before him. Wait, no, wait, the other way. His father. I'm confused. Don't worry. And it dates, because of my grandfather's. It dates almost 3 generations back. It was, if you can believe it, like many of the places in Kuldahar and the surrounding lands, there is much history to be found in one, if one digs deep enough. No, because then a Balrog shows up. Are you a historian? Nay, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I dabble in time's passage, perhaps, but it is not a full-time occupation, merely a hobby. I do enjoy learning more of the past and examining trinkets from around the area. I have quite a collection, a little museum of sorts. Some call it junk, but... Also, yes, but I should point out that historians as a full-time occupation is a very, very novel thing in human history. Obviously, this is Dungeons & Dragons, and Dungeons & Dragons is actually very anachronistic in that particular regard. Historians are a very specific type of profession, suppose would be the term here. But in real life, the term itself comes from... It comes from archaeology, actually. The keepers of depending on culture, obviously, but the keepers of knowledge in general just tend to be more of a know everything kind of person rather than specifically history. The perception of history as a is somehow detached from other types of knowledge. It's modern. It's not modern as in the modern era. It's later than the modern era, but it is a thing that we started thinking about in the 19th century. Certainly only in earnest only in the 20th century, but of course Dungeons & Dragons and all that. What sort of thing do you collect? Keys, notes, books on the region. If you happen to come across any on your travels, I'll pay a fair sum for them to take them off your hands. We spoke to a man named Girth in Kuldahar, and he wants books, I think. Yes. If I come across keys... Oh, you said keys as well. Yes, keys, notes, books on the region. Or documents that I may need later. Can I purchase them back? Of course, I purchase such things only for my own interest and to preserve the history and culture of the region. They do not end up on a rattling caravan to some Kalimshan market, that's for certain. Very well. May I see what you have for sale? Is this some sort of bookkeeping? Oh, the small shields also suck. Okay. Is this some sort of bookkeeping inventory management? If you not like, we're gonna get a bunch of books. We come here, get a little bit of money for it, but more importantly, we basically know where to go when we need the stuff that later. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna need too much. I think that's just there to assuage my fears as a player of selling quest relevant items, because that's a big thing actually. In Baldur's Gate 2 specifically. In the first one, not so much, but in Baldur's Gate 2, I collect a lot of notes and whatnot in my scroll container, which is probably what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to sell... well, maybe I will. I don't know. But let's open... No? Right-click. Open container. That is how that works. And, yeah, we'll see if I'm going to sell a lot or not. We're making quite a pretty penny with the whole gems over here. Cool. Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't open container through there. You need to do it the other way around. The Merry Shorthorn. Yeah, we're not going to use that ever. And you can buy it, so might as well. It's a very cultural thing as well, so we have to suspect that it's going to make him happy. Happy about it. We got Mummy's Tea with a U. Priests of Horus Re in far off Mulhorand were the first to create this life-saving potion, a foul-smelling brew. It is made by boiling used mummy wrappings along with naturally desiccated animal remains. Naturally desiccated. Because, mummy wrappings are not naturally desiccated. They have a lot of, laboratory chemicals and all that sort of stuff. The resulting tea can then be consumed to neutralize the effects of disease and certain afflictions. Actually, naturally desiccated might be related to the fact that mummies are undead monsters, rather than actual... than an actual way of funerary rites in this game. Well, sort of. This cures blindness, deafness, and disease. So it's pretty good. It is unfortunately very expensive, so we can just cast spells instead. And we have a bottle of wine. We got a necklace, a girdle. Girdle is just normal, though. Nothing special. We got bracers. Nah, bracers are normal as well. They look enchanted, but they're not. They're not enchanted. We got another ring over here that we also don't need. History of the North. For millennia, gold elves dwelt in Ilifarn. And this is a book from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as well. There's a lot of stuff over here. And it's all a lot of fun. If you want to see a channel that goes all through, like, there's probably wiki entries online if you, well, you can pause the video as well. There's probably wiki entries online if you want to check out the books and all this sort of stuff. But there's a channel called the RPG Chick, and she, not only does she play RPGs, old school RPGs as well, but she reads the books, and she has like a few series called Let's Read, and it just goes through the books, and so that's pretty handy if you are interested in that, and you very well might be. So yeah, go and check her out. And I think that's it. Yeah, I just got that gem back because you don't know how many gems I'm gonna collect through my travels, but generally I think I'm good. Thank you very much, sir. I will see you sometime later, perhaps. Certainly, if I find books. Let's cross this bridge and see where the 3 big stones are. Not trees, it's stones. Okay, this is more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Let's put that over there, so they all are tidy and all that. I thought it was gonna be right across the bridge, but clearly it isn't. There's a lot of wind, it sounds like. Oh, that is a thing. Are these the stones? They're protuberances of the earth. They could be stone. They could be anything, really. It could be dirt. They look green, so... I mean, while there are green stones, I don't know. Let's go in here. They're all jiggling a little bit, trying to get into the door.
Welcome. I've been expecting you for some time now.
Expecting us? How is that possible? We've only just recently arrived in town.
Yes, well... bad news travels upon swift wings in these mountains. I know about your expedition from Easthaven. I know why you are here. For it was I who sent for you.
You sent for us? I don't understand.
I am Arundel, known to some as the Archdruid of Kuldahar. Though I invite you to dispense with the formalities and just call me Arundel, plain and simple. Titles tend only to serve one's own vanity and aren't really of much use in this small mountain community.
Very well then. Tell me, Arundel, do you know anything about the reports of disturbances in these mountains?
Yes. It was I who sent Hallister to Easthaven for help. His death weighs heavily upon my conscience. For not only was he a student of mine, but he was also a friend and trusted companion. He will be missed, as will Hrothgar and the other members of your expedition.
Oh, you know about the avalanche?
Oh yes, I know. I also know that it was no accident. Someone or something did not want your party to reach Kuldahar alive.
Tell me, Arundel, what troubles this town?
There are malevolent forces at work in these mountains. Forces that seek to undermine the delicate balance we druids have struggled to preserve for centuries.
Malevolent forces? Could you be more specific than that?
Oh, would that I could. The face of the evil remains hidden, but its presence is unmistakable. All about us, there are signs of its damaging influence on the balance. The unnatural weather, the recent rash of abductions, the numerous monster sightings in the pass. These all point towards something sinister. Even the animals sense something is amiss.
Can you tell me more about these disturbances?
I can only tell you of what little I know. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
The weather.
Oh, the weather in these mountains has always been harsh, but never like this. Fierce storms ravage the valley without warning, often lasting for several days at a time, before vanishing as quickly as they come. It is barely midway into Leafall, and yet the pass to the south has been snowed in entirely. Weather such as this is most unnatural. Nature presents itself in cycles that are predictable by those who know what to look for.
Okay.
I can only tell you of what little I know.
Tell me about the recent rash of abductions.
Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible. At first, there were tales told by travelers of companions disappearing into the night, snatched up from their bedrolls as they camped along the narrow trail that winds through the pass. We did not think much of these tales, for such occurrences are not unheard of in these mountains. Then one night, Conlan's boy Sheemish went missing. The next morning, the whole town searched for the boy, but turned up nothing. He was just gone, vanished without a trace.
That is strange indeed.
The boy was just the first. Several nights later, another disappeared, Megan Potts, the local midwife. Her husband Khalil was grief-stricken to the point of madness. With barely a word to anyone, he snatched up his sword and marched off into the darkness after his wife. No one has heard from him since. And now, the abductions are occurring more frequently. Aiden, the old innkeeper from the Evening Shade, was taken only 3 days ago.
Okay, so I have some other questions about the disturbances. Tell me about the monster sightings.
Because, as I'm sure you have noticed by now, there seems to be quite a few goblins about. It is not usual to see so many of their kind roaming the mountains so late in the year. It is almost as something has drawn them out of their holes, like carrion birds drawn to the scent of death. As if the goblins weren't enough, several giants have been spotted moving through the pass in groups as large as 10. That many giants traveling together in such numbers indicates they are organized and are acting with a singular purpose. I have watched their activities closely. Their tracks trace a deliberate pattern through the mountains, almost as if they were on patrol. Another thing. While I was out scouting the giants, I discovered other sets of tracks I have never encountered before. What manner of beast made them? I could not say.
Can you tell me about these disturbances some more? No, you can't actually. You spoke before of balance. What sort of balance are you talking about?
The balance. It is what the druids of Kuldahar hold sacred and have worked to preserve for generations. It is all around us. It is us. Balance is the harmony that is achieved when man and nature learn to coexist, no longer contending with one another, but coming together as two parts of a whole.
It's kind of funny because the distinction between man and nature is it's actually also, well, it's kind of complicated. It's European in origin. The fact that we think about that D&D has this, which is very much canonical. That's how druids do it, but it isn't a generalized thing to human culture. But anyway, you really take this nature thing seriously, don't you?
Balance is the belief that this town is built upon, the very reason for its existence. Druids of Sylvanus, the Oak Father, have tended this shrine since the beginning. For hundreds of years, we have striven to achieve the ideal balance between man and nature.
And just to clarify, because I know I don't make myself clear a lot of the time, what I mean to say is that the separation of these two identities as different, man being separate from nature, that is it's not ahistorical, but it's as close to ahistorical as it gets when we're talking about fiction and stuff like that. But I think it is a little bit weird here for the druids. Well, it's not really weird, but the way he's talking about it is weird for the druids because they sort of represent the sort of more in tune with the environment aspect of the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and they still see humans as in nature, or I say humans, but I mean just kin and folk, and nature as being two separate entities.
When settlers finally came to this pass, it was the Archdruid Tolbin, my predecessor, who laid the foundation for the relationship that led to the birth of this community.
Well, we're out of time for the day, so we're going to have to learn about your community in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Icewind Dale. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.